What's up, gentlemen? Today, a good old-fashioned Alpha M style tutorial. I'm gonna go over some items that you should never wear on a date. The inspiration for this video is actually the one that I did a few weeks ago talking about what you shouldn't wear to work. In that video, I really talk about the difference between getting dressed in a professional environment and going out on a date or to try to attract somebody, all right? You don't wanna try to dress super sexy going to work or else you're not gonna be respected or not have all the opportunities that you could. But today, gentlemen, it's all about sex appeal. All right, the first thing we're gonna talk about is accessories. All right, going to work, you shouldn't wear too many. Going out, you can be a little bit more playful. You can wear your golds, you can wear your silvers, you can mix your metals. Accessories are one of the great things that we as men get to experiment and play with that really expresses our individual style. Going to work, you need to be more subdued, but going out being playful, this is all about what you wanna rock, gentlemen. Now, one thing you should never rock is a tech watch. In my opinion, a few reasons. Number one, it's not stylish, but number two, if you're out on a date, all right, and you get a notification, right, I don't want you constantly looking down at your wrist, all right? Because, well, it makes you look like you're not interested or your attention is elsewhere. Accessories, cool. Now, let's talk about shoes. A few things you should never wear on a date. Open-toed shoes. In my opinion, it's a deal breaker, all right? No woman wants to look down and see your nasty ass feet. Never wear athletic sneakers on a date. Unless it's like somebody you've been dating for a while and you're going to like the park to like walk your dog or something and you're all like kicking it athleisure style. And if that's the case, you gotta make sure your sneaks and your kicks are clean, all right? Speaking of clean, what I would recommend in terms of sneakers is something like this, right? A white minimal leather sneaker or a brown minimal leather sneaker or some type of elevated sneaker I think is an appropriate option during the day. At night, I would probably avoid a sneaker. At night, I would probably do some type of loafer. You could do a double monk. If it's a little bit colder outside, you could also do something like a Chelsea boot or something like a chukka, all right? A boot is a great option for a date, but the date's gonna be a little bit more casual if you're gonna be rocking a boot, unless it's a dress boot, all right? This is an example of a boot that you could wear during the day with a pair of jeans, a medium wash jean, or dress it up with even like a suit, or you could wear with some type of slack or chino, all right? These you could also wear at night and look great. The next thing we gotta talk about though is shirts, all right? The next thing you should never wear is a little boy polo, all right? Little boy polos, I talk about them all the time. These things like totally kill your sexiness and your sex appeal. They make you look like a little boy. Avoid patterns. Something else you should avoid is any type of polo with like a company logo. Any type of excessive branding on any clothing or shirt, I feel is something you should avoid when it comes to dates, right? Something else I wanna talk about real quick, all right? Collars & Co. polos, I'm gonna link to these down below. These are perfect for work, all right? They've got a little bit of shine, they've got a little bit of stretch, and these look great when dressed up or down, whether or not it's with a dark wash pair of jeans or a pair of chinos. You could even wear it underneath of a suit, all right? But when it comes to a date, I would probably do something more along the lines of the polo that I am wearing, all right? This is actually a cotton and silk blend. It doesn't have buttons. Now, this polo I wouldn't wear to work because it's a little bit too like stylized and a little bit too sexy, but for a date, this is what I would recommend, all right? You wanna make sure it fits you properly. I've got this in a few different colors. They're actually from Collars & Co. as well. I'm gonna link to them down below, guys. If you haven't checked out Collars & Co., they have so many badass clothing options out there. All right, whether or not it's a polo shirt, which is where they got their start. If you guys missed the Shark Tank episode that they were on, I would highly recommend doing a little Google search and finding it. Collars & Co. raised literally $1 million from Mark Cuban in Shark Tank because Mark Cuban understood that they solved a problem that so many guys face. How do you look good in a polo shirt and presentable? And so they basically created their polo, right? The first polo they came out with was perfect. It has a few different color options, but since then they have evolved. They have become more of like a lifestyle clothing brand. They've got great stuff for work, but they also have amazing stuff for casual wear when you're just going out for an evening out. This new polo, right? It's called the Marinello polo. All right, I got it in a few different colors because I loved it so much. This one is kind of like an off-white, which I think is amazing. It works with navy, it works with black, it works with tan, it works with gray, it works with pretty much anything, including like denim. All right, another one, this one, navy. You can't go wrong with a navy polo. Or what about this, right? The light blue. This one I absolutely love. If you're looking for a color that's really going to set you apart and also just make you pop in terms of your skin tone and your hair color, this light blue is, in my opinion, a perfect color, all right? You're gonna get tons of compliments wearing this. And then of course, you gotta go with the black. Actually, let me get changed. Check it out. All black. I went with brown shoes because here's something else you can do. When you're going out on a date, you can be a little bit more playful and experiment. I personally think that brown, when paired with all black, looks amazing. It just adds a richness and texture to an outfit. Anyway, all black. Another pro tip I'd like to give you guys is if you're looking to knock it out of the date or attraction park, go with all dark colors or like all black. Monochromatic dark outfits, in my opinion, are super sexy. They make you look taller, they make you look more muscular, and they just always work and look incredible. Guys, I'm gonna link down below to Collars & Co. There's also gonna be my discount code. Use my code. These new polos, gentlemen, they are gonna fly. They're so sexy and they are perfect for the spring and summer. You can layer them, you can wear them by themselves, you can wear them with jeans or something a little bit sexier and dressier. Bottom line is, they are amazing. And if you don't have one, you need one, link below. Now, let's talk about some other shirts you shouldn't wear. Graphic t-shirts. Don't even think about them. Like, why would you even think about them, right? They're definitely not sexy. Something else that's not sexy is any t-shirt that's like worn out, that's got pit stains. I personally don't think you should wear like a basic pocket tee on a date if you're looking to impress somebody. There are a lot of high quality t-shirts out there that you could grab if you're looking for something a little bit like sexier and more refined. If you invest in a higher quality t-shirt, you can totally rock it underneath of a fun suit, right? It works, and it works really well on dates, all right? Which brings me to the next thing I kind of want to talk about, and that is suits. I talked about not wearing anything too big, bold, or flashy in the last video for work, all right? You want to do something that's more solid, you want to go navy, you want to go charcoal. But when it comes to you going out to a party or a date, play it up, go crazy, do what you want, like be bold, be big, and wear a suit. In my opinion, a suit is a great option. It's not just for nice parties or events. You can totally dress down a suit, taking somebody out to dinner or like an event. And you literally are gonna crush it, and everybody's gonna be looking at you because everybody else is dressed like a slob, wearing jeans and basic boring sneakers, all right? Wearing some type of fun suit with a nice pattern, or even going something like double-breasted suits are amazing, all right? They're super trendy, they're very cool, but they're also classic. Go with something with a little bit more fun pattern on it. How do you rock it? Well, there are a few ways I like to rock it. A simple t-shirt underneath of it, perfect, all right? It's kind of that like hybrid, dressy, casual. You could throw on a pair of loafers, or you could do Chelsea boots, or you could even dress it down more with a pair of like minimal sneakers. You could also do a turtleneck underneath. In the cooler months, it looks amazing and super sexy, but I've also seen them with dudes just rocking them with tank tops underneath, and honestly, it looks crazy sexy. I would definitely recommend dressing down a suit. In terms of pants, guys, here's the deal. Denim, we talk a lot about it. Never wear beat up denim on a date. Never wear skinny jeans on a date. If the jeans are like super tight, whether or not they're black or they're tan or they're brown, don't wear them. You want to have jeans and denim that's got a little bit of looseness to them, but not too much. You don't want them to be too big or baggy either, which is the next pair of pants you should never wear. Big baggy pants, whether or not it's denim or some type of chino or slack. You don't want them to be too big and baggy, all right? Fact is, you want to wear something that fits your body. In terms of denim color, if you're going to be going out in the springtime, it's appropriate to wear the lighter washes. Do not ever wear distressed denim on a date or in general, all right? Anything with a lot of whiskering or a lot of tears or a lot of pulls in it definitely doesn't look good. If the pant leg has like frayed, like nastiness from you walking on it, you got to do better, you got to upgrade. The super dark wash denim is a perfect date option for evenings, right? You could also wear it in the daytime, but in my opinion, the dark wash denim looks amazing in the evening, going out to a nice dinner or a party or something where you can dress and wear jeans a little bit more casually, but just dress them up a bit. In terms of the medium wash denim, something like this that's got a little bit of fading to it, I think it's appropriate, but this is definitely a more casual option and something that should be worn during the daytime as opposed to at night. You gotta think about it. When you're going out on a date, you gotta think about the time of day. Is it night? Is it day? Is it morning? And then this is also going to help direct what you're gonna wear. If you're going nighttime, you wanna dress it up a little bit. Go darker with the colors, all right? If you're going during the day, you could go a little bit more playful, a little bit softer. You could also do something a little bit more casual, but you've gotta start thinking about it that way. I also would avoid shorts for a date. Now, if it's summertime, if it's the middle of the day, if it's hot outside, okay. But generally speaking, I would probably avoid shorts. If you are gonna wear shorts, you definitely wanna make sure they're not too baggy. You also wanna make sure they're not super short. Go with something that's a little bit more mid-length. I would say 2 to 3 inches above the knee. You also don't want them to be too long or low. Never wear super long shorts anywhere, but a date especially. It's gonna make your legs look super short. Something else that you should never do in terms of pants is camo on a date. In my opinion, this is definitely a more casual option and not something I would recommend if you're truly trying to impress somebody for the first or second time. Hats. Never wear a hat on a date, in my opinion. I just don't think it's appropriate. And if you're going into a restaurant to sit down, it makes you look a little bit low class, in my opinion. Something else that makes you look a little bit low class is a hoodie. Don't wear hoodies on a date. It's just not appropriate. It's way too casual of a shirt. Dress shirts. Work dress shirts. Any dress shirt, basically like untucked. This is such a bad look, it's ridiculous, all right? If it's like a blue button up, you know, like business blue, don't do it. You also need to understand that if you're wearing a shirt untucked, it's supposed to be a casual shirt or a shirt that was built to be worn untucked, all right? There's a company called Untuck It that basically makes like dress shirts that are shorter, all right? The reason why dress shirts are longer is because you're supposed to tuck them in. And when guys try to wear them out or like wear them untucked, it just looks terrible and you look like a huge dork. If your shirt is big, if it's baggy, if it's blousy, if it's boxy, don't wear it. Your pants, if they're puddling at your ankle, avoid them. Look for clothing that is tailored or have your clothing tailored. You want to make sure that you're looking your best when you're going out to attract a spicy senorita or whoever you're trying to attract, or if you're just trying to get noticed. And the next thing I want to talk about is skin. Skin to win, my friend. All right, if you're wearing a button-up shirt, 3 buttons is what I personally would recommend, but if you want to go 2, that's like the minimum that you should be unbuttoning. In terms of sleeves, cuff them up, expose the forearm. If you're wearing short sleeve shirts, get them up. Expose your tricep meat. If you're wearing a short sleeve shirt and it's coming down and it's covering your entire upper arm, it doesn't look that good. It also makes your arm look like super small. You want to make sure you get it up and you expose those triceps. The sleeves though shouldn't also be like super big and baggy, or else once again, your arms are gonna look super tiny. In terms of socks, if you're gonna be wearing, all right, socks, you can't wear like fun socks. This is a deal breaker in my opinion. You also shouldn't ever wear a fun tie. It's not fun, it's not funny, it's dorky. And if you're gonna be wearing any type of pattern, it's gotta be small, it's gotta be subdued. Don't go big, don't go bold. In terms of colors, I would do things that are darker or like white or off-white is definitely sexy. Navy blue is great. In terms of pants, if you wanna go with some type of tan, just don't go with like a work chino. They look terrible. Go with something with a little bit of stretch, a little bit of sexiness, all right? Definitely flat front, no cuffs. In terms of other colors, you could go with the light blue. That's something that I would not recommend if you're going to work. This is a little bit more playful. Remember, it's definitely sexier, it's lighter, it's brighter, it's fresher, and it's gonna look great when you go out. People are gonna notice, they're gonna comment. You can go fun and playful with your pants going out on a date. Your shirt, I would always, though, go solid. Green, forest green, also a great color. And then your super light off-whites, also amazing. I personally think like an all-white look, like the white pants with the white polo and some brown loafers, looks spectacular. Bottom line is this, gentlemen, you got a date. Congratulations. I'd like to give you a little Alpha M knuckle bump for being so awesome. And now, after this video, you're also gonna be sexy.